Hi, my name is Angela, and this is a tutorial on how to make this martial arts or jujitsu top card. I sold this card in my Etsy shop a few years ago and I discontinued it because it's pretty time consuming to make, but I continue to get requests for it. So I decided to make this tutorial and so people could use this as a guide and create their own pattern to make their own card. Or you can go to my Etsy shop and purchase a digital file which will have instructions and PNG and vector files, so you can use your electronic die cut machine to make the cuts for you, or you can resize it and make it however you want. For materials, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock, one in the color that matches the color of your belt, and the second one in the color of your jacket. Okay, this particular cardstock I chose is textured, so it kind of resembles a judo or a jiu-jitsu jacket, if you could see that. Okay. Next, you're going to need some ribbon, so ribbon for the belt. I chose this ribbon. It's about 3/8 of an inch wide, and I cut a strip about 10 or 11 inches. Always better to make it a little longer, and you could trim it down after you tie the belt on to your card. Okay, you're gonna need more ribbon. You're gonna need another piece here for the black part of the belt here. I chose this ribbon, which is about, I think it's 7/8 of an inch wide, and you just need a little piece, probably about 2 inches long. Okay, and then finally the last piece of ribbon you're gonna need is a piece of ribbon that's gonna match your jacket. So it's gonna go along the edge, and it's the lapel of your card. Okay, so I have this white ribbon here, and this is about 15 millimeters or 5/8 of an inch. Okay. For tools, you're gonna need some scissors, a straight edge, double-sided adhesive. I like to use this big thing here, Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. Of course, you don't need to buy this huge thing, but it's perfect for what I need. It's exactly 1/4 of an inch wide, and it will go nicely along the edge of my card, so I can put the ribbon on there for a lapel. Again, you don't need to buy that huge thing. You can get something like this at your local craft store. And finally, you don't really need to have this, but it's nice to have. Oh, before I go into that, this is another double-sided adhesive I like. I like to use this one here. This is a really small piece. I only have a little bit left over here, but this is easier for me to put on the belt, as you'll see later on in the video. And finally, a bone folder. You definitely don't need to have this, but I like to use it, and it makes nice clean folds on your card. Okay. All right. So if you cut the template out from your electronic die cut machine, you'll have all the pieces. But you can also, from my file, my digital file, you can print out something like this and just cut it out with a pair of scissors. All right, so I have these pieces here already cut out. So 2 sides of the jacket. This is the back of the card. This is the inside of the card. And finally, this last piece here with the rounded corners goes inside of the card, so you can write your little message, and you'll be able to see it because it's not against a darker colored cardstock there. So there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put these pieces aside. I'm going to first work with the colored piece here. Okay, I'm going to get my straight edge and line it up against the narrower part of the card. Okay. And I'm going to use that part as a guide, to where I'm going to fold the jacket in. Okay, I'll get my bone folder. Okay. Again, using the narrower part of the card there as a guide. And then finally, using these two parts here as a guide, I'm going to create another crease here. Okay. So now you can fold these in. And this folds up. And the reason I have this little piece folding up here is so if you wanted to, you can put a little gift card in there. Congratulations on your blue belt. And put the card in there. Okay. I'll show you on the completed card I have. And it won't fall out. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna attach the jacket to the card one at a time. Tape glider here. And I'm just gonna put the tape along this edge here. Okay, I'm going to put it along both sides. Okay. All right, flip it back around. This side of the jacket goes on here, so this part is a little tricky. You want to make sure you line up this edge of the jacket to the folded edge of your card here. Okay. Okay. Do the same with the other side. Line up this edge with the folded edge of the card. Okay. Now I'm gonna fold this over. On the back of the card, I'm gonna get the piece that has the pointy corners and adhere it to the back of the card here. Okay. All right. We'll flip it around. Now I'm gonna adhere the lapel onto the inner edge of the jacket there on each side. Okay. I'm gonna carefully a trick here, I'm always going to do the outer edge first so I could line it up nicely, and then it won't matter so much what the inside looks like. I made the mistake of putting it on the inside first and then folding it over, and it looked like a mess on the outside. So I'm going to do the outer edge first. Okay.
Go right along the edge.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let this go past both ends a little bit and then now trim it down after. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put the adhesive along the inner edge of the jacket. All right, and carefully fold this over. There we go. Oh, man. Get a good pair of scissors. There we go. Okay. Repeat for the other side. Okay. All right, now I'm going to adhere this to the inside of the card. There we go. All right. So it folds over, left over right. Okay. Now time for the belt. I have my blue belt here, and I have the little black strip of ribbon that I'm going to put at, towards the end, one end. Now I could use this big tape glider, but I prefer to use this just because I feel like I have a little more control. I'm kind of at the end of the roll here. I'm only going to need 2 small pieces, so you want to cut a length that's shorter than the width of the ribbon. Okay, I'm going to put this on the belt here, kind of towards, I gotta do it this way. So I'm going to leave a little space at the end like a real belt. Okay, I peel off the cut the ribbon to make it look a little nicer. More straight there. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to put another piece of double-sided adhesive right on top of the black portion right there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to fold it over 2 times. There's 1 and there's 2. Cut off the excess. And there's your little black strip. All right, so now I'm gonna tie the belt on the card. You could tie it however you tie your own belt, but I'm just gonna do it the quick tie method. trim off the excess. And there you have it. You can add stripes to it. I did have really, really thin ribbon. I think it's about 1/8 of an inch wide. And you could, I don't have it in white, but I'm not going to put pink stripes on this thing. But just to show you, that's about how narrow it is. But if you don't have that ribbon, which I don't right now, just get the athletic tape and cut the strip to about 1/8 of an inch, and you can just paste it right on there. But there you go.